Let's start with world models and embodied AI, which have gone far beyond traditional language models in 2025. Can you explain how these AI systems understand and interact with physical environments, and what makes this such a transformative leap?
Absolutely. Unlike LLMs, world models incorporate sensory and spatial data, allowing AI to see, hear, and move within simulated or real environments. Imagine a robot that not only processes language, but navigates a kitchen, recognizing objects and planning actions. This bridges the gap between virtual intelligence and real-world cognition.
That sounds like a fundamental shift. Fei-Fei Li's World Labs and Meta's spatial models are often cited. How do these projects advance machine decision-making?
They enable embodied agents to predict consequences of their actions. For example, a robot in World Labs can simulate pouring water before actually doing it, minimizing errors. Meta's models abstract spatial relationships, letting agents generalize from one environment to another. It's like teaching a child by letting them explore, not just read instructions.
Moving on, neuro-symbolic AI is reshaping how machines reason. Could you break down how blending symbolic logic with neural networks improves AI's reasoning and generalization?
Certainly, traditional neural networks excel at pattern recognition but struggle with abstract reasoning, like solving math problems. By integrating structured knowledge bases, think rulebooks with neural learning, neuro-symbolic systems can both recognize patterns and apply logical rules. This allows, for example, virtual assistants to infer cause and effect or prove mathematical theorems.
How does this hybrid approach compare to purely data-driven AI in terms of real-world applications?
It's more robust in unfamiliar situations. For instance, in medical diagnosis, a neuro-symbolic system can combine patient data patterns with medical guidelines, improving accuracy even when data is sparse. A 2024 study showed hybrid models reduce diagnostic errors by up to 27% compared to pure neural nets.
Explainable AI, or XAI, is now at version 2. What distinguishes this new wave of explainability, especially in high-stakes fields like healthcare or finance?
XAI 2 focuses on making AI decisions not just transparent, but relatable to humans. Instead of technical jargon, explanations now use visualizations and causal narratives. For example, in healthcare, an AI explaining a diagnosis might highlight specific features in a CT scan, linking them to medical conditions, rather than just outputting a probability score.
That's a big improvement for trust. Are there tools or practices that make these explanations more accessible for non-experts?
Definitely. Post-hoc tools, like attention maps, let users see which data influenced an AI's choice. Studies indicate that clinicians using XAI2 interfaces can audit AI decisions 40% faster, reducing misinterpretation and enabling safer, more accountable deployment.
Let's turn to AI's role in climate and ocean sustainability. How are digital twins and simulation engines changing environmental monitoring and intervention?
AI-powered digital twins create virtual replicas of ecosystems, allowing scientists to predict impacts of changes, like pollution or temperature shifts. For example, marine biologists use these models to simulate fishing policies and monitor coral health, optimizing interventions before real-world deployment.
Are there tangible results from these AI applications in ecological conservation or resource management?
Yes, satellite-driven AI has reduced illegal deforestation in the Amazon by 21% since 2023, and AI-optimized fishing zones have helped recover overfished species. These systems provide real-time analytics, bridging data and action for more sustainable outcomes.
Human-centered AI is gaining traction. How does this approach differ from traditional, efficiency-focused AI design?
Human-centered AI prioritizes collaboration, empathy, and ethical alignment. Rather than replacing people, it augments their abilities. Think adaptive learning platforms that tune to student needs or accessibility tools for users with disabilities. Feedback loops ensure continuous improvement based on user experience.
Are there examples where human-centered AI has notably improved outcomes in real-world settings?
Absolutely. In education, AI tutors that adapt to student emotions have improved learning retention by 19%. In healthcare, digital assistants that understand patient concerns lead to better adherence to treatment plans, especially in underserved areas.
Ethics and safety are foundational for AI in 2025. What frameworks are emerging to ensure fairness and accountability in AI systems?
Researchers are adopting multi-layered frameworks, algorithmic audits, bias mitigation strategies, and transparent data governance. Some teams are using adversarial testing, intentionally probing AI for vulnerabilities. Regulatory collaborations, like the EU's AI Act, set standards for risk assessment and ethical compliance.
How effective are these approaches in practice, especially in complex or global deployments?
They're showing promise. For example, audit trails and fairness checks have caught bias early in financial lending models, reducing discriminatory outcomes by 15%. However, with global deployments, harmonizing ethical standards remains a challenge, requiring ongoing international dialogue.
AI's impact on healthcare is accelerating rapidly. What are the most groundbreaking applications you've seen in diagnostics and personalized treatment?
Non-invasive disease detectors, like breath analyzers powered by AI, can now screen for conditions like lung cancer with 92% accuracy. Personalized therapy algorithms analyze genetic and lifestyle data to tailor drug regimens, improving treatment efficacy and reducing side effects.
How is AI expanding access to healthcare, particularly in rural or underserved areas?
Wearable sensors and AI chatbots provide remote monitoring and triage, connecting patients in remote regions to specialists. Pilot projects in India have reduced rural diagnostic delays by 41%, demonstrating AI's potential for bridging healthcare gaps.
With privacy and speed concerns rising, Edge AI and federated learning are gaining momentum. Could you explain how these technologies work and why they matter?
Edge AI processes data directly on local devices like phones or drones, allowing instant decisions without cloud delays. Federated learning lets multiple devices collaboratively train AI models without sharing raw data, preserving privacy. It's like pooling expertise without ever exposing your private notes.
What advantages or challenges are you seeing with this decentralized approach?
The main advantages are reduced latency and stronger data security. For example, in smart homes, Edge AI can detect anomalies instantly, increasing safety. The challenge lies in coordinating updates and ensuring model consistency across thousands of devices, which researchers are actively addressing.
Autonomous AI agents are increasingly common. How are these systems achieving planning, adaptation, and communication in real-world scenarios?
AI agents now use reinforcement learning and memory modules to adapt to changing environments. In logistics, fleets of delivery drones coordinate as a swarm, rerouting in real time around obstacles or weather. Communication protocols let them share discoveries, like traffic jams or hazards, improving overall efficiency.
Are there risks or ethical considerations as these autonomous systems take on more responsibilities?
Absolutely. Ensuring reliability and safety is critical. An error in a medical delivery drone, for example, could endanger lives. Ongoing research focuses on robust fail-safes and transparent decision logs so that human supervisors can intervene when needed.
Finally, AI is revolutionizing scientific discovery itself. How are AI tools transforming hypothesis generation and experimental science?
AI systems like AlphaFold have solved protein structures that stumped researchers for decades. More broadly, AI accelerates data analysis in fields from material science to quantum physics. These tools can scan millions of variables, simulate outcomes, and propose novel experiments effectively, becoming scientific collaborators.
Could you share a hypothetical scenario where AI leads to a breakthrough that would have been impossible otherwise?
Certainly. Imagine AI sifting through experimental drug data, spotting subtle molecular patterns that suggest a new antibioticum overlooked by humans. This could shrink drug development timelines from years to months, fundamentally changing how we approach urgent global challenges.